My ex-boss told me, "You'll never make it without me," so I hired him 6 years later. When I was 22, I got my first real job at a small logistics firm. I was the new kid, barely out of college, excited, naive, the kind who actually believed work hard and good things happen. My boss, Kevin, was this slick, self-proclaimed old-school businessman. Gold watch, fake tan, big voice. He called me kid and made sure everyone knew he was the one in charge. At first, I tried to learn from him. I looked up to him stupidly, but it didn't take long to see who he really was. The type who took credit when things went right and found a scapegoat when they didn't. Usually me. He'd dump impossible tasks on my desk at 4 p.m. with a grin and say, "Figure it out, kid. That's how you grow." If I pulled overtime to fix his mistakes, he'd tell me, "That's what loyalty looks like." The turning point came when I led a major client project. Months of work, my data, my contacts, my pitch. The presentation day came, and Kevin walked in wearing a new suit, took the folder from my hands and said, "You can sit in the back, kid. Let me handle this one." He presented every word of it like it was his own, got praised, got a bonus. And then, at happy hour later, when I confronted him quietly, he laughed and said something I'll never forget. He put his hand on my shoulder and said, "You'll never make it without me, kid. You're book smart, but you'll always need someone like me to close the deal." I went home furious, but that anger was fuel. I started studying sales strategy, finance, management, every piece of what he said I couldn't do. Nights, weekends, all of it. After a year, I applied for a grant, built a small supply chain startup in my garage, and signed exactly one client, the kind Kevin would have called too small to matter. You know who that client introduced me to a year later? 10 more clients, one of them being a regional chain Kevin's firm had gotten caught overcharging and lost. Fast forward 6 years. My company had grown from a 2-man team into a full-scale operation. We were hiring 50 new people, including a couple of middle managers. My assistant came into my office holding a stack of resumes. Guess whose name was sitting in that pile? Yep, Kevin. The logistics market had shifted. His firm went under last year. His glowing application described leadership experience and deep knowledge of client management. He didn't even recognize the name of my company when he applied. I'll be honest, I interviewed him out of pure curiosity. We met at the office. He walked in wearing the same gold watch, same fake tan, but older. His energy was different though, softer, less sure. He gave this big practiced smile and said, "So, what do you do here, kid?" I smiled back. "I own it." He froze. Longest 5 seconds of silence I've ever heard. Then came the awkward laugh. "No kidding." I opened his resume, leaned forward and said, "You said you wanted leadership experience, right? We're hiring a floor manager. Heavy lifting, lots of client-facing work. Shift starts at 7 a.m. He stammered. "That's all respect, I was thinking more upper management." I smiled. So was I, 6 years ago, but someone told me I wasn't cut out for it. He didn't get the job, obviously. I didn't need the headache. But after he left, one of my employees who overheard asked, "You think he remembers saying that to you?" I said, "I hope he does." A month later, I saw his LinkedIn update, looking for new opportunities. I'm not proud of the pettiness, but I saved a screenshot of that old client project email, the one he took credit for, and printed it next to our company's anniversary plaque. It hangs in my office as a reminder. Never let someone else's ceiling become your floor, because sometimes the person who tells you that you'll never make it is just scared you'll make it without them.